Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Penberlan Farm, where today we're going to continue the harvest. We've got some wheat in this field here, and you'll have to excuse any hydraulic movements. Apparently the controls for that have managed to rebind themselves to my pedals, which I wasn't aware of until just now. So for example, if I were to brake right now, I can now control the hydraulics with my pedals, which is good. Yeah, that's something that shouldn't be happening. It's because I haven't plugged in my joystick yet, and the game doesn't actually know that it exists, I presume. So that's something I'll have to fix in the next day or two. Actually, probably later tonight, and just rebind everything up, which is going to be fun. Yeah. But today we are going to be harvesting some wheat. Harvesting in the New Holland TC590 harvester, which is default in game. We are carting again with the T-Dub, which is off over there. I did mention about it, I did say in last Wednesday's video there'd be a video on Friday. There wasn't. And there was no video last Thursday as well. Simple fact of the matter is my computer crapped itself and I needed to reformat everything. I needed to... I'd noticed that for a while there were issues kind of presenting themselves that I was ignoring, and I was like, okay, well, like this, you know, this is just a blip, it'll go away in time. It didn't go away, it got worse, and I was like, okay, well, it must be a software error. No, it wasn't a software error, because it kept getting worse. As it turns out, there was a pretty... something went wrong on my hard drive. I'm not entirely sure what. And yes, I do have head tracking turned on today, yes. Woo! I need to get my old config off Landy, I think. Let's see if I can get that off him. Because I don't have any configs or anything at the moment. And I need to get that off him and kind of retune that to what I'm somewhat used to. This is a bit too extreme right now. Downside of TrackAd is you do need to really fine-tune it, and at the moment it's not great, so I'm gonna come out of cab here and just do this the old-fashioned way. I know that I've been asked by a few people to do more in-cab stuff. It's just not going to be possible right now. I do plan on doing more in-cab in the future, don't worry. I am listening to you guys, but it is a case of it's not particularly possible right now. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug out my wheel entirely. So as my wheel plugging out, just so that I don't have any interferences here. The pigs and cows probably need to... pigs definitely need to be cleaned, the cows need to be cleaned as well, so we'll do that in a minute. Because that is a job that needs to be done, and I'll be doing that off camera from now on. This is probably going to be the last week of videos on Penberlan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up the harvest. Probably do the grass work as well. And we'll start setting everything off, because I do want to move maps, and I'm not entirely sure what map I'm going to move to. What I will say is that it's going to be a European map. Rafal, if you're watching, it may well be Goral. I legitimately haven't decided yet. If it is Goral, I'll need to set up on that again, because the old save was corrupted, and that's why I didn't get back to that again. That's honestly the reason. But I haven't 100% decided. Goral is definitely a possibility. It's a really nice map. I do genuinely like it. But I'm sure there's other options there. You know, it's not a case of, oh, well, it's going to be this map. Let's actually turn off head tracking real quick. Ah! That should be at the main yard. Oh, one of those should be at the main yard. Here's the JCB. We need to clean out the pigs, which... Do we seriously only have like 4 pigs? What happened to all the rest of the... I'm sure we had more pigs than 4. How many pigs do we have? 6. I get the feeling the pigs are dying off. And DustyDave, if you're watching this, the issue with the nav mesh is real. You can see there that they're kind of borked. Where's the other 2 pigs then? They're off over here. Oh, that one's about to get stuck. So that's the pigs cleaned up. Let's get this thing over to the cows. We'll clean them up as well. I know that I'm kind of being a bit everywhere, but hey, why not? Because the cows do need cleaned. The pigs need cleaned. Or have been cleaned. The cows also need some more food, just looking at it. So we will sort that momentarily as well. I think the BGA is good for silage right now. I am using, obviously, BGA extension to slow down how quickly the BGA produces. That is an intentional thing on my part. I don't want to just be able to, you know, course play throwing all of the silage ever into the BGA. It doesn't appeal to me at all. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to load it up 20,000 or 30,000 litres at a time, combination of manure and silage, and work from that. I will get back to that field in a moment. I just want to get everything else sorted out as well. And get the animals so they don't die, ideally. How are the cows doing for water? Water is good. It's grass, hay, and power food they need. And also cleanliness, which we are going to deal with here in a minute with this, well, bucket. Because we can use the bucket to empty out the dirt trigger over here. That produced a bit more manure. And the bucket's stuck in the ground. There we go. We use the bucket to clean up the grass here. So this will give us free grass, effectively. There we go. 500 odd litres of grass there. And a small bit more. You'll notice, by the way, that I do occasionally say a number odd when it's very roughly a number. That's just a thing that I do. I'll also occasionally say head of cattle. I think that's what the official term is now, is like I've got 30 head of cattle. And I can tell you guys where that came from. I actually know the little story behind why cattle is a head of cattle. And not just, you know, I've got 30 cows. It's, believe it or not, it's the Irish language counting system. And so, if you're counting items in Irish, it's head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 head, effectively. Keen, Dawkeen, 3 keen, Carkeen. You count in head. And it's commonly used for animals. Because Ireland was a very agricultural country up until not too long ago. So counting in head, especially for cattle, makes perfect sense. And it's kind of spread worldwide since then. Like there's a lot of was it American, British farmers and Australians talking about head of cattle and how many head they had in their herd. It's kind of strange, like knowing the origin of that word and knowing that it's Irish and it being everywhere. Same as the word, what other word is it? Feast. That's actually from the Irish word meaning plentiness. Fasta. The only thing that's missing is an A at the end. It's interesting how language just kind of evolves over time. Obviously, smorgasbord is Swedish, meaning I have far too much food. I don't know what smorgasbord actually means. But I would imagine it's something to do with food. Let's get the boom out in this slightly. So one thing I kind of wish Farm Sim would do, and it's something that'll probably never happen, but it's something I wish Farm Sim would do, is I kind of wish Farm Sim and Giants would have it so that the cows actually eat the grass in their pen. That'd be really awesome. Like, if there's grass foliage, then the cows will eat it, and they don't need to actually be giving grass. That'd be something really nice to incorporate into the game. Because the same as the sheep, actually. Why do you need to give the sheep or the cows grass when they already have it? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. To me, at least. I don't know, it might make sense to you. There might be something I'm missing. I don't know. But it's just, it's something that's always kind of irked me. It's like, you've got sheep in the pen, you gotta give them grass. Well, what is in the pen? Well, it's grass. Why do you need to give sheep grass then? Because sheep... okay. So, oh, I do need to move the manure in here as well. So let's get the manure lifter going. And it is... Come on. There we go. Nope. There we go. There's a nice pit for it to load into. We do have an excess of manure. I will openly admit that. You know, I don't think anybody's going to argue that there's far too much manure on this map. But that's not a big deal. It's now that there is the option to do this kind of stuff. It does, I think, improve the possibilities for videos, which is why I do it, because otherwise I'd be waiting forever and ever and ever for the cows to actually produce enough manure so that I can do things with them. And do I actually have... No, I don't. Oh, I thought I had yeah, vehicle extension turned on in this save. I don't. I should have done, but I don't. Because it would have been pretty cool to have the harvester just keep working around in circles. But that's going to be all the manure that cows will really need. So let's get back into the New Holland. There we go. We'll continue on with the harvest. We do need to get all this work done as quickly as we can. Because I do want to... I don't want to move on to a new map, but I think it's about time we did. And yeah, I mean, I know you guys are kind of getting a bit bored, I want to say, or a bit... Penberlan's a bit samey, I feel. And, you know, it needs... It's nice to keep fresh and new things on the channel. There's some new things on the way. I happen to know this. Nothing... Well, there might be something groundbreaking, but nothing, as far as I can tell, groundbreaking. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to, for sure. I mean, you got the mod contest stuff, which I will be, as much as I can, looking at that and doing for the first time in almost a year, probably a bit over a year. I'll be doing mod spotlights in the mod contest, just to show you guys what's in it, what I think, and what my winners would be, based on, you know, my own personal preferences and prejudices and all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, what I pick as the winner probably won't be the winner, but hey, why not have a bit of fun you know, seeing what I think. Because I know you guys will take everything I say with a grain of salt with certain things, and you know that I like my old equipment, so my winner of the mod contest is probably going to be from the Modern Day Classics segment, which is the 70s to 90s tractors, mainly because they tend to be the tractors that I like the most. Like rather conveniently, this here TW25. This is one of my favorite tractors. It's among them for sure. The shape is just beautiful. It's no 135, but it's got a beautiful shape. It looks, to my eyes, like a tractor. Whereas more modern stuff like the Class Aria and the Class Axion, if I can get over to the Axion real quick. This, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a tractor to me. It's not as agricultural looking. And I like the boxiness of the older tractors. It's kind of why I like the quad track. Is it's very boxy and basic and agricultural. Whereas something like a John Deere, a modern John Deere I should say, is very round. It's not quite right. Even the TC5 is a bit, I guess, almost too round. I prefer the some of the older New Holland combines. TX65 stands out to me as being a particularly ugly combine, and I love it. Yes, I did say ugly, but I love it. Yeah, that's what I like in combines, is ugly but lovable. Let's get a nice thumbnail picture taken here. TC5 harvesting away, and I've accidentally activated Giazzo, which I forgot to change the shortcuts to Giazzo, so yes, it did activate. Or Giazzo, or whatever you want to call it. Let's get this back up, this back up. There we go. You can see, if you look at the top right, the top left-hand corner of the screen, even. The New Holland TC590 is a 14%, which reasonably agrees with what the game is telling me here from the overlay, the usual HUD. And the T-Dub, which you can't see what the HUD says, because it's not, you know, the HUD only shows up what we're in at the moment. T-Dub has 6,399 litres, which is about one fill of the TC5, and is 39% full. I don't know where the extra litre went. It probably flew away in the wind. Because this combine has a fill capacity of 6,400 litres. And yes, I am going to be that OCD guy and pick up the bits that I've missed coming down here because reasons of OCD guy. Let's see if we can get this video done the rest of this video. We got a few minutes to do this. I think we're kind of you guys know I kind of like having my videos fit into a certain time scale of 25 to 30 minutes, and I don't really like going over too much, and don't like going under by too much either. I hate having 20-minute videos out for you guys. Much like I hate having, like some people do, an hour and 5 minutes of farm sim every day. That's silly. If I want to do long form content, I'll do a stream and interact with you guys and have a bit of fun. I don't see the point of doing hour-long videos to a certain extent. There is some content that I might do more long form. I do have plans for something that's going to take a while to figure out and to get used to. But yeah, I think 25 to 30 minutes is a good time for a Let's Play video, because you guys get to sit down, settle in, and just relax to the joyous sounds of my beautiful voice. Or with the harvester, and then when everything goes wrong, I take 5 minutes to fix it all. Ooh. I don't have all of the settings that I quite like at the moment. Just yet. Obviously my trackad's a bit wonked. And I'll have that fixed by tomorrow's video. I'll have that fixed by the roleplay in Thornton, because obviously roleplay in Thornton means I need the trackad running. I think I've got it on Dropbox. I have somewhere backed up the profile that I used to use, or at least a profile that is used, or can be used for Farm Sim. It's not ideal, and I can do a couple of tweaks and just figure out what I'm trying to do. But for right now, at least, the profile that I've got, the tweaked one that I'm using, and that was my own tweaks over the course of about 5 minutes. Not quite what I need. It's a bit too sensitive, so I might even just tweak that one into something that I can use. I've got a vague idea of what I'm doing with it now. Again, because it's been a while since I've calibrated a trackad, or my trackad specifically, and yeah, you do forget exactly how to get it doing what you want, and it takes a while to get used to recalibrating it to something that you need again. And if you're somebody who has a trackad, and I would recommend you getting one if you want to get head tracking, don't go with trackad, go with trackhat. It's pretty much the same thing, maybe a bit less sensitive in terms of the hardware. Well, I mean the software really. The trackad tracker's okay, a bit weird at times, but it's good overall. And no, it's cheaper than TrackIR, it does the same job. You can use the TrackIR software even. And I might look into seeing if I can get the TrackIR software downloaded and see if I can figure that out. You can even use it with a full TrackIR setup, just use the clip, and that works. A lot of people who have TrackIR do it. I've just realised that I have my audio recording going for a lot longer than my video recording, so I was going to say that's about all we have time for. No, we do have time left, because I was faffing about with something off camera but on microphone before I started recording, so we have a few minutes left in the video today. I've got a question for you guys. It's an odd one, but I want to see what you think. What is your favorite crop in Farm Sim? Simple question, isn't it? What's your favorite crop? Is it wheat because you get a reasonable amount of money and a lot of straw? Is it barley because you get slightly more money and about the same amount of straw? Are you part of Simulate's canola gang? Are you somebody who likes doing sunflowers? Maybe a bit useful, you know, seemingly useless, but they do have, I guess, a purpose. Or are you somebody who likes getting all the money all at once and you do nothing but soybeans? Are you somebody who likes corn, something that you can decide kind of on the fly? Is this going to be maize? Is it, or, well, maize, I guess. Is this going to be corn or is this going to be silage? I haven't decided yet, so I'm going to grow some corn, some maize. You're somebody who likes doing potatoes, you know. Slow and steady wins the race there for sure. Or are you more of a sugar beet person, you know, very sweet and delicious? Or are you somebody who, I guess, is a bit more Irish and just wants to grow grass everywhere, to do lots and lots of silage and hay work and silage and hay work? Or are you somebody who, am I missing a crop here actually? I think I'm missing a crop. I think I'm forgetting a crop. Wheat, canola, soybeans, potatoes, beets, corn, sunflowers, barley. Are you somebody who maybe likes trees? Likes doing wood chips, poplars? Do you like poplars? That's definitely a case of slow and steady wins the race, because you'll take 3 days to seed them and 4 days to harvest them. And kind of on a side note, a side question here. Does anybody actually use oilseed radish? Because that's, of all the crops in game, that's the only one I haven't touched yet. But I plan on using it very soon. Not in Thornton, but somewhere else. Because I'm going to have two serious series coming. I'm going to have two realistic series. And this is slightly more fun. Anything can happen series, even though the realistic series, you know. Thornton has Sergey. The other series I will have somebody insane, don't you worry. You know, will we see stuff going on? It's me, it's gonna happen. You know it. But that is the harvest done. That is our task for today done. Let's go to the victor of the spoils. And to the storage goes the TW. The T-Dub. Now I think we do have one more field to harvest, do we? Yes, field 18 has... No. Field 18 does not have corn. Do we have any more fields to harvest? We actually don't. Oh, wow. That's kind of surprising. It's throwing a spanner in the works. So, I guess I'll have to look for a new map. Very soon. A bit sooner than I've anticipated. But that is going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you are new here, of course. Because I was going to say something and then I realized, no, that's the thing I say during streams and stuff. I'll be streaming, for those of you who are new. You might mainly watch the videos, which thank you very much if you do. I stream Wednesday, Thursday and Friday at 5 PM GMT, Saturday and Sunday at 4 PM GMT. The weekend streams are slightly longer, and they all finish at about 7 PM GMT. And the weekend ones are multiplayer, so you guys can get involved and get into trouble on the stream. And I tend to be a bit cranky on the multiplayer streams because I'm not a very nice person. No, I just tend to be a bit weird on weekends for whatever reason. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Really hope you enjoyed. I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Penberlan Farm. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.